So question 18, solve the following equations. So give your answer to 2 decimal places. That tells me straight away that at some point I'm probably going to need the quadratic formula in this question. If I want to use the quadratic formula, I need to get to a point where I have ax squared plus px plus c equals 0. So let's try and manipulate what I've got into this form. First thing I'm going to do is get rid of fractions. So I'm going to cross multiply. I'm going to take both denominators and they're going to times by the numerators on the opposite side. So I get x plus 3 times 7x plus 1, and then I get 1 times 5x plus 2. So I'm going to do FOIL on the left hand side and just expand the right hand side. So FOIL 7x squared, outside terms are going to be x, inside terms 21, lots of x, and last term 3. Remember, we're multiplying or adding. That's equal to, and then obviously 1 times anything is just what it was. The next thing I need to do is get everything equal to 0 for my quadratic formula. So I'm going to take both of these terms to the other side. So I get 7x squared plus x plus 21x plus 3 minus 5x minus 2 equals 0. Now I'm going to collect my like terms. So I've got 7x squared plus x plus 21x minus 5x gives me a total of plus 17x. And then the numbers plus 3 minus 2 is plus 1 equal to 0. I've now got my equation in the form that I want. So I can see that 7 is A, 17 is B, and 1 is C. I can then use the quadratic formula, which is as follows. And again, remember that this is given to you on the front of the paper, so you don't have to learn this. Fill in your values. So I get x equals minus 17 plus or minus the square root of 17 squared minus 4 times 7 times 1, all divided by 2 times 7. On the next step, I'm just going to work out the number that goes inside this square root, but I'm not actually going to do the square root. So I'm going to do 17 squared, and then I'm going to do minus, and I'm going to put in a bracket 4 times 7 times 1. So I get that in the square root sign, I've got the number 261, and then I'm just going to times 2 by 7, which is 14. At this point, I split into two possible solutions. So x could equal minus 17 plus the square root of 261 divided by 14, or x could equal minus 17 minus the square root of 261 divided by 14. This one gives me a value of x equals minus 0.06, and this one gives me a value of x equals minus 2.37. It says to 2 decimal places, so make sure you do that in your answer.